So I'm recording this on Sunday night just because, I don't know how much time I'm actually going to have free tomorrow. And plus, I don't have a lot of free time right now, so it's not going to be edited. So, a couple of things that I wanted to point out. Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb became the first Packers since 1969 to both have over 100 yards and at least 2 touchdowns in the same game. Steve Smith torched the Panthers for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns, effectively delivering the big "fuck you" that he promised to his former team. And then the Bears and Packers game saw the team score a total of 55 points, and for only the second time in the history of the NFL did both teams go an entire game without a single punt. And then, one of the funniest things about last week was that, I don't know if you heard the story about Morris Claiborne. He heard he was going to get benched this week, so he decided to walk out of the practice facility, pouting like a little baby he is. Then he came back, and then during the game, he ends up getting injured, had to be helped back to the locker room, and now he's going to be out for the season, so it didn't matter anyways. And the whole time this is happening, the only thing in my head is, wait a minute, Jerry, you're telling me that a person that you drafted in the first round isn't working out like you planned? Stop the fucking presses! Everybody, stop! No, seriously though, Jerry Jones was also just saying something about, I bet you're mad you underestimated the Cowboys now, huh? I bet you regret doubting us. Bitch, you're 3-1. So what? You're tied for first place in the division. That doesn't mean shit. You're still gonna finish 8-8. You brag about it now, it's just gonna hurt even worse when you get proven wrong later on. Wait until December when they still only have 1 loss in the season, then you can start bragging about the doubters. But 3-1 doesn't mean shit. You can start 3-1 and still finish 3-13. That's still a possibility. Keep your mouth closed, damn it. And then, some quick fantasy notes. You've got, first of all, my team was winning by over 40 points going into the night game, but my opponent had 2 Cowboys players and Jimmy Graham, and I ended up winning by only 1 point. To be precise, 1.28 points. But I ended up winning, so I'm still first place. And a few other news and notes. You got Andrew Luck, who for the second week in a row got me 30 points. That does you no good, but I just feel like mentioning it. And then you got the Ravens running back, which is a bit of a confusing situation. You've got Lorenzo Taliaferro and Justin Forsett. Which one do you pick? They both got double-digit points this week. Taliaferro with 11, Forsett with 16. And it seems like right now they like Forsett. He's a better runner, and so they want to get him the bulk of the carries. But Taliaferro is still a very versatile guy, and so in PPR leagues he's definitely a good asset because he brings a lot to the receiving game, and the Ravens like to throw to their running backs. And then you've got Donald Brown. Don't believe the hype. Yes, he's going to get the bulk of the work in a team that wants to dedicate themselves to pounding it out. But he's still a second-rate halfback running behind a third-rate O-line. So no matter how much the coaches want them to keep running the ball, Phillip Rivers is going to have to carry this team if they want to keep winning. Don't think that you can just plug Donald Brown in and he'll get you 20 points. Don't believe it. If he gets you 5, that's a good game for him. And then you've also got Atlanta's defense was hyped up this week. Everyone was saying, they performed so well on Thursday night. And then you've got the Vikings, who have been doing poorly. And Atlanta should have a decent game. But, well, if you saw the final score, you know that that's not true. And I think the biggest problem is that people underestimated just how much Matt Castle sucks as a QB. He was holding that whole team back. Bridgewater came in, and now suddenly, boom, it's on. But if you're looking for a good defense, just look at teams like Tennessee, Oakland, Jacksonville. Pick up a defense that's playing against them. Because they're never going to score more than 20 points, and they're guaranteed to turn it over a few times. And so a few games on the schedule for next week. You've got Vikings at Packers. Division rivalries are usually always fun, and hopefully, if Teddy played well last week, so if he's healthy and he's out there this week, and this could actually be a contest for the first time this season on a Thursday night instead of the blowouts that are all boring and uninteresting because I don't care about the teams that are playing. I want to see some excitement. But whatever. Then on the 1 o'clock games, you got a whole bunch of them, but the ones that stood out to me, you've got Houston at Dallas, the Texas Showdown. It's usually fun, not necessarily watching the game, but just watching my friends who are all divided between these teams, just trying to kill each other over it. And then you got Ravens at Colts. Both of these teams trying to rise up in the rankings. It could be quite a show. I expect a shootout here. Plus, it's always fun when the Ravens and Colts play off, just because I don't think Baltimore has forgiven the Colts yet for what they did. And then you got the Cardinals after the 4 o'clock games. You got 3 games, the 2 that I'm interested in. You got Cardinals at Broncos, because you got to wonder how much longer Arizona can remain defeated. They started off well, and now they face a true test in what is another championship contender team. And then you've got the Chiefs at 49ers, division rivals, both banged up and underperforming. It should be fun. Sunday night, Bengals at Patriots. Monday night, Seahawks at Raiders. And the buys for this week are the Dolphins and the Raiders. So yeah, that's it. So this has been the Fan Perspective. I'm your host, Nathan Nile. Blah, 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 blah. Have a good week. I promise next week it'll be better. Just shit's going on right now. Sorry.